So, what's more infuriating right now? The fact that the Denver Nuggets suffered a staggering 43-point defeat in a pivotal playoff game, or that Vic Lombardi's laptop decided to stop working mid-show. Perhaps it's poetic, because in many ways, Denver's performance mirrored the lifelessness of that machine. They just stopped, right out of the gate. The Nuggets looked unprepared, disconnected, and disjointed, and Oklahoma City capitalized with a merciless brand of basketball that overwhelmed Denver from the opening tip. This wasn't just a loss. It was a dismantling, the kind of loss that shakes a team's identity and forces a locker room to reflect. Oklahoma City scored a jaw-dropping 87 points in the first half alone, an NBA playoff record that underscored their dominance. They didn't just win. They set the tone, controlled the narrative, and stamped their authority with the league's #1 ranked defense and a high-octane offense that executed flawlessly. There was no miracle shot from Aaron Gordon this time, no highlight reel play to erase mistakes, and certainly no celebration at the buzzer. This was a sobering experience for a Denver team that came in riding high from their Game 1 victory. And maybe, just maybe, they were too high, too comfortable. The accolades were flowing, the praise loud, and in the harsh light of Game 2, it became clear that the Nuggets may have started believing their own hype. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City came in with a chip on their shoulder. Criticized after Game 1 and determined to respond, the Thunder didn't just answer call. They screamed back. From defensive stops to transition buckets, from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's clinical scoring outburst to a bench that contributed with unrelenting energy, OKC played as though the season was on the line. Gilgeous-Alexander's performance, with 34 points on an astounding 11 of 13 shooting, was a masterpiece in efficiency and assertiveness. His plus 51 plus-minus rating, the highest in NBA playoff history, a number that speaks volumes about both his impact and Denver's collapse. And yet, as crushing as this loss was, the series remains tied at 1-1. That's the paradox of the playoffs. Blowout or buzzer beater. It counts the same in the standings, but the psychological impact? That lingers. Denver must now confront whether this loss was a one-off or a sign of deeper issues. Was it simply an off night, the product of missed early shots and a snowballing deficit? Or did OKC expose a structural weakness, a vulnerability they can now target for the remainder of the series? Head coach David Adelman didn't mince words. "We got punked," he admitted. His team didn't match OKC's intensity, failed to respond to physicality, and let missed early opportunities snowball into a full-blown rout. He pointed to one of the cardinal sins of playoff basketball, being reactionary. By the time the Nuggets tried to assert themselves, it was far too late. The damage had already been done. There's a historic parallel worth revisiting. The infamous Boston Massacre at the Garden, a blowout of epic proportions that saw the Lakers obliterated, only to regroup and win the series in 6. That memory looms large as a reminder that one brutal night does not define a team. It challenges them. And if there's anything consistent about these Nuggets, it's that they thrive under pressure. They've never been a front-runner squad. They flourish when doubted, when their backs are against the wall, when they need to prove something. Would you rather lose at the buzzer or be embarrassed by 40? For many players and coaches, the answer is the blowout. Why? Because it wakes you up, forces introspection, offers clarity. Nikola Jokic once said, "Sometimes when you get slapped, it wakes you up." If that's true, Denver got a wake-up call so loud, it echoed to the Western Conference. There are still games to be played, adjustments to be made. Denver shot well from 3 and hit their free throws, but failed to keep pace with the Thunder's avalanche of buckets and suffocating defense. Game 3 in Denver now becomes a litmus test. Are the Nuggets contenders who merely stumbled, or are they at risk of being outclassed by a younger, hungrier Thunder team that is discovering its playoff personality? What happened in Game 2 wasn't just a loss. It was a message. Oklahoma City has arrived. They are no longer just a feel-good story or a team ahead of schedule. They are dangerous. And now, it's up to Denver to respond. Because if they don't, that 43-point loss won't just be a footnote. It'll be the turning point of the series.